Following the worst performance this team has had since season 1, where we were just demolished by the Arizona Cardinals, putting up 40 plus points. Meanwhile, we only managed 3 ourselves. This team has to bring a statement today. And today, it will be against another divisional rival, and the Seattle Seahawks, finishing the stretch of NFC West games. The 49ers, while it wasn't close, we played decently well, at least compared to what expectations were. Against the Cardinals, absolutely awful last time. And if you did miss that one, I get it. But in the beginning of that one, we did talk about how we added the Mat 10 slider set to this series. And first go around, obviously it wasn't a great game for us. So we're going to give them another go before we make any maybe slight changes. The only ones that I would maybe consider to change off the get-go is the fatigue, because players in the first half are getting rather tired rather quickly, though it wasn't as big of a problem in the second half. And maybe lowering the injury rating about a notch or two, just because we continue to see guys injured every single week. And we'll see if that's the case as we get through the weekly strategy. We typically have at least one practice injury per week, if not more. We'll see what we have in store for us against the Seattle Seahawks. As we get the show underway, bad news from the practices this week as our offense is riddled with injuries. Luckily, they're not the first ones out. It will be defense up first as Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks will take the field with a 1st and 10 at the 25. Again, we're going to see some of the younger guys out there at the defensive line spot, or at least the one, as Kenneth Walker breaking off the first big run of the day, gain of 9 play 1. The defense definitely gave up a lot of chunk plays last week against the Cardinals. More down the field than that one, but still something we need to clean up. As once again, that's where the Seahawks looking to attack, though they have DK deep downfield. The diving Jaron Kearse gets the tackle, but down to the 1 after just 2 plays. Jaron Kearse just got caught flat-footed essentially there, needed to be downfield and was far from it. As they will go with a run down the middle, Walker not gonna get anywhere, actually a loss of 1 by the rookie Ethan Graham. He did get a little bit banged up last week late on in that Cardinals matchup, but was fine. Ended up just being some bruises. As it's a pitch to the outside, Walker goes nowhere but backwards once again. Jaron Kearse with a tackle for a loss, this time of 2. Now the Seahawks scrambling, trying to find their way in, and they do no longer have Tyler Lockett. I don't remember if he retired, but it doesn't matter because they find DK, who will cap off his big play that got him down to the 1. Seahawks take an early lead. So as our offense heads out, as mentioned at the top of kickoff, it's going to look like a near shell of itself as we are missing several big players, as that should have been a first down to Claypool, but the pass just off. And Claypool will need to come through today because we are missing Corey Davis, who had a dislocated wrist in practice this week. As for the running back, you can see Evans is back there as he picks up 3. Perhaps a little bit of a nod to our normal starting running back in Cam Akers, who is also out with a hip pointer injury. As we will need to find ourselves a first down here. Coming across the field, it's Nakua with the catch and the first down. He seems to be the only guy we can find downfield, and that's why he has become a full-time starter, as we are trying to work him out on the outside. Though there's some space. Quez Watkins has to come back in for it, and it gets jumped. A great play there from Wilson. Needed that pass out there earlier into the outside. Instead, it came in late into the inside. Unfortunately for fans, nothing new. They've seen that play every single week over and over again when it looks like the rookie is just not learning from his mistakes, as it's a Debo in one-on-one. Does well to box out, I believe that was Smith in Jigba. And even in the bad games, you really don't see a Debo getting targeted all too often, though does give up some catches here and there. still continues to be one of our best corners. As it's a dump off for Walker, short gain. Oh, this defense has got to find a way to get us off the field quickly here. We're the 3rd and 6. Has some underneath routes, though, opening up right down the seam again. It's DK with a massive gain to the opposite 36. As it looked like late there, Murray just telling DK, go home. We don't need this. Bonito with a quick rush, though, pass out even quicker. As the tight end breaks the tackle, Durant dives, comes up empty. And Disley with a touchdown, and to top it off, Okoronkwo shaken up on the play. And this team started off season 2 so well, had so many close games, and it looks like those close games coming back to bite us as the team just flat. As we come out with our second offensive drive, Williams with a shortcut gain of 4. Trying to have a little bit of some hurry up here. Maybe tempo is what we need to keep some things going, keep defenses guessing. Swing this one out to Guara with a catch, another short gain. Now we do have Quez Watkins back in this game. He's starting at slot. We're going to try to utilize that speed here on 3rd and 4. Sending him in motion, jet sweep time with some lead blockers, but can't get to the outside. What a tackle from Witherspoon. At the 33, 4th and 2. I mean, you could go for a punt here, but already this game seems like it could get out of hand, and offense is going to press as we'll go for it. Needing to pick up the first down, we'll swing it out wide. DeGuara gets the catch, turning up at the sideline. First down up to the 45, but hold everything. Bo Harold shaken up, taking another hit, and he's going to limp off the field. Want to talk about a team looking like a shell of its former self. Teddy Bridgewater takes the field for the first time since preseason. As we have an open pass to the outside, it's dropped by Claypool. Also have to give some credit there to Quandre Diggs. This team could just use a whole lot of luck. As it's 2nd and 10, they go with a dive down the middle. Evans stuffed. It's been several years since Teddy Bridgewater, a full-time starter, has gotten an occasional start here and there due to injury. That might be the case moving forward as the pass rush hits home. Wosu off the edge. 4th and 19, we'll punt. And it was an awful punt at that. Shanked. Goes out of bounds at the 39. For a offense that has hit nothing but just massive plays, and somehow Disley gets to the outside and picks up about 15 on a play that should have been the max 3-yard gain. IRL Vikings known as now regressing back to the mean. It looks like this team is regressing back to their form from last year. Finally, a big stop across the middle is the rookie in Nick Bell. As we do have our first big injury update, Okoronkwo out the remainder of this game. Still further evaluations happening right now with the quarterback in Bo Harold, though it is not looking promising. But the pass across the middle will be a gain of about 6 Eskridge. And with that play, we finally head into the second quarter, a long, devastating 4th quarter for our Rams. This will be a 3rd and 4 to start. Jones dives, comes up short, and it's a dropped pick. And Byron Young shaken up on the same play. Are you kidding me? Just nothing going right for this Rams squad right now. We miss out on the sack, miss out on the pick. Hey, there we go. A missed field goal for, I honestly can't see who that is, for the Seahawks. But honestly, does it matter? No. As our offense, finally, our team has something good go their ways. We take the field, 1st and 10. Teddy B still out there. And it's with sad news. We will not see Bo Harold return today. The length of that injury is yet to be determined. We'll have to see what the doc says after the game, but could be bad. So almost in a way you could say we jinxed ourselves with the early commentary about this team being a whole of its, or a shell of its former self, as we actually set up a tight end screen. Tanyan gets the first down, just trying anything and everything here. Now this team can definitely use it, as Teddy B is going to have to possibly become QB1 for us moving forward. As Tanyan in one-on-one with Witherspoon has the size advantage, but the ball a little bit too high. You just gotta hope that one of these one-on-ones at some point swings your way. As we'll go with a run, it's red the whole way. Witherspoon plus a couple other Seahawks defenders tackle for a loss. Now Teddy B brought in to strictly be a mentor for our young quarterback that we were trying to get in the draft. We ended up not getting the guy we really wanted. But as we have a streaking Atwell 1v1, it looks like he lost track of it. Wilson knocks it away, 4th and 12 in plus territory. I mean, we've done crazier things. Hard count, no one jumps. This place is rocking. The 12's coming out in full force as we have a wide open Quest Watkins. Once again overthrown. Jones with the pressure. Bad throw. Seahawks take over on downs. And after missing their previous field goal, they take over. Honestly, not that far away from where they kicked. With a 1st and 10 at the 42. Down the middle. Good stop. Nick Bell. There's some positive. Obviously, with the free agent signing of Michael Pierce, and Bell kind of looking not like a bust, but definitely didn't come out as big as we were hoping. He hasn't really gotten much play time as Dissly continues to make our secondary look ridiculous. And I don't mean that in any sort of good way. As he gets another 1st down, 1st and 10 at the 40. In plus territory now, trying to set up some play action. Again, just right down the seam, carry your coverage, Byron Jones. Instead, they got a big gain. Smith and Jigba now down to the 10 for him. Though it's not a 1st and goal, they could say there's a hairline you could gain prior to the goal line before the touchdown as they throw out of the sack. Could have been another one from the young edge rusher. Got his first start last week. Smith, the guy out of Bama, I want to say we took him in the 4th round. Actually ended up being the higher rated of the defensive linemen we did pick up. With a 2nd and 10, setting up some plays across the middle, and it's DK with another touchdown catch. Seahawks continue their dominance. Now as our offense heads out with Teddy B. Honestly, the offense struggled to move even with Bo Harold, so it's not like Teddy B's stepping into a bad spot, as he also can scramble, picking up about 9 yards, probably her best rush so far today. Despite obviously being much older than the last time he started, still has that mobility, as we'll look to try to utilize it. Play action rollout right across the middle. Parkinson gets the grab past midfield, takes the shot from Tariq Woolen. But we're down to the 46 as we have ourselves a 1st down in plus territory. Would like to see if we could get Claypool deep here, but he's struggled on the outside so far this year. We'll give him a shot, though that pass is going to be overthrown once again. We got the deep ball going early on to Corey Davis, but over the last 3 weeks, it's all but disappeared. As we go down the middle, Evans will pick up 4. But on 3rd and 6, we'll need 6 more. As we're once again going to go with that play action rollout. Teddy B down to the bottom, has Tanyan open, gets the catch, turning upfield, had a little bit of a block for a while, stays in bounds. We're down to the red zone. And as the 2-minute warning hits, couldn't come at a better time. Team needed a little bit of a breather. But now we could go full force as we send down the outside receiver, scrunching down that line. Can we get Parkinson? No. But we do find Tanyan. Iffy throw there, but it works for us that time. 1st and goal down to the 6. Might think that might not have been the pass Teddy B was intending, and you might be correct, but it worked. Evans down the middle, barreling to the 1. It would just be massive for this team to get a touchdown in this first half, despite everything bad that's happened. We go quarterback sneak, not in. Teddy B close though. So on 3rd and goal, we'll shake it up a little bit. Attack the smaller of the 2 guys over the center. With a fullback dive to Guara, stuffed by the backer. Just can't quite get anything going our way. Is this gonna be a fake here? Tossing it out to the kicker who's rolling. It's great coverage, throws it out late, and it's a touchdown to Robert Tanyan. Quandre Diggs just forgot to cover the man. He was there. But it ends up being the 3rd quarterback who actually finally gets us on the board. And with that, we leave 48 seconds for the Seattle Seahawks offense, who has hit several big plays today, and they're making a change here. Now with trips out to the right-hand side, they have Eskridge at tight end. Despite having Dissly actually out on the field, they go DK's way, who also could have played tight end. He gets the grab about 9.5. Now with just one timeout remaining for the Seahawks after electing to call a timeout there. They have a 2nd and inches, 37 seconds left. They're looking for points before half, even though they've clearly gotten a bunch. But once again, they had their man Walker across the middle who was overthrown. That time it was man from Graham who just got outran by Walker. 3rd and inches now as they are making a check at the line across the middle. They will find Smith and Jigba with the first down close to midfield, or actually just past it. I'd say they maybe need about 10 more yards to be in field goal range. We send the quick blitz. Quick throw gets 5. Oh, they quickly get back to the line. We're going to stick with that same look, try to provide some pressure. Bonito forces the quick throw out. You could argue for intentional grounding there for sure, but the refs select not to throw it, and they'll send out Lutz. And he could hit from distance. It's just whether the accuracy is good, and it is not. 6 seconds left. We have the ball just shy of midfield. Oh, up to this point, we have yet to have a quarterback throw a touchdown for us today. As we go with the hard count and the running back who's about to go out on the halfback screen, he jumps. So never mind giving him any chance. Would love to try to hit a field goal here before half. We have 6 seconds left. We need some space for Tutu, who had that space. It's an awful throw. So far, the accuracies, even with Teddy B, the veteran quarterback, they've still been pretty bad. As we'll go back to Tutu here, and he actually gets the catch, though no time left. We'll pad the stat sheet, but doesn't actually do anything good for us. As we hit halftime, it has been a tumultuous first half. Mostly just due to injuries. We lost so many players, one going into this game, and then in that first half, this team is shaken up for sure. As we look around the league, trying to see if there's any other craziness happening. First game up, we have San Fran taking on the Patriots, and it's a closer game than expected, 17-10, as the Patriots still yet to win a game this season are giving the 49ers a little bit of a challenge. Second game, Arizona Cardinals destroyed us last week. They are currently losing to the 7-1 Jets, who do still have Aaron Rodgers, 14-0, just before half. Lastly, we have the Raiders taking on the Chargers. Chargers up 17-10, Raiders 6-2. Currently, not doing as hot against the 3-5 Chargers. And as we get dialed back into this game, second half is underway, and we'll be the ones with the possession first. Trying to find some space. Weddington will truck through a defender, and we'll pick up about an extra 2 past the 25. So at the 27, it'll be Teddy B and this new offense. Though this offense does have quite a few guys from last year actually kind of getting involved. Claypool going across, does actually catch it this time for the first down. But we're also seeing quite a lot of new guys as well still out there. As we go down the middle, it opens up for Kyron Williams, picking up 9. This game definitely isn't over yet. We're only down 14 points, plus we start off with the ball. We can make it a 1-score game here before leaving the field, as we have DeGuara, who can't come back for it. Needed a whole lot more strength on that throw. He was open. Just the problem when you roll out the opposite way with a quarterback who's not ever really been known for arm strength. As it opens up, Williams breaking to the outside. He's not a speedster, but he picks up a good gain. 3 rushes, 28 yards, gets us down to the 35. And he's definitely been pushing to be that number 2 running back. The play across the board there, just there's some good and bad from both. Evans has a lot better speed, but he doesn't quite make the plays, as it's the rookie Charles down to the 1. What many said was a well overdraft. Look at the athleticism. I get he wasn't a very highly overall rated player, but he makes his first big play on his first chance with a 1st and goal. We don't make it a 1-score game there yet. So on the 1, we do have Allen out there at center. He's actually been playing a lot today. Not quite sure why, but it helps us out here. DeGuara makes it that 1-score game, as we have started to move the ball here following all the injuries. But now once again, we have to rely on this defense to start making the plays here. We could get off the field, force a big play on defense. Offense, they're moving. We could get a leveled game here in the third. But that's all talking ahead of schedule here. We need to get the stops on defense. Show we could, one, limit the big plays as they go with a play action. It's a sack as Mintz comes in as the edge rusher following another injury, Byron Young. So it's the depth that's really having to come in strong in this game, and they're doing well so far. 3rd and 14. They have a pass to the outside, and Rice knocks, well, not the ball away, knocks DK, and it'll force the punt. Momentum has now fully swung in the favor of our Rams despite all the obstacles in this game as Williams right down the middle picking up a first down. 5 carries, 40 yards. He's definitely not going to be taking the starting spot from Cam Akers once he returns, but for that second running back spot, it could be his. As Tanyan, with space, throw, hits him in the hands. He has to catch it. And we've seen that be a problem with Tanyan this year. He has several drops. As it's 2nd and 10. Once again, right down the middle. Williams breaks to the outside. It's a good block from Claypool, though we don't quite juke past Diggs. Slows us down, and now Kyron Williams. Despite the celebration, he's going to head to the sideline with an apparent knock. Looks like something to do with that knee. Finally, when we get someone going here in this game, another injury. It's a 1st and 10. Let's finish off this drive here for Williams. Though everyone's covered, Teddy B, he's going to roll out. He's going to take the contact, not picking up the first down as he stretched for it, but he's close. 2nd and 1. Have to appreciate that from the veteran, as we're going to try to, again, go with that tight end screen here. Seeing if we could set it up, getting it out wide. Get a good block as McAllister checks in here, picks up a key play. And that is why sometimes you do need those agile linemen. As it's Evans with some space, keeping those, he's wanting to be that second running back. As it stands right now, it does look like Williams might be missing some time, so he could be that number 2, potentially even number 1, depending on how long it takes Cam Akers to bounce back. As we go Claypool jet sweep down to the 1. And they do actually give him the first down there. It was close. Refs give us a favorable spot. We could level this game up as we go. DeGuara keeps those legs moving, but he's not in. An injury, though, for Larry Justice. And now it's a good thing we got that first down, as we're going to need several downs here to try to knock this one through. DeGuara, this time down to the inch line. We clearly can't allow any time from snap to when that ball's moving forward. And as they are scrunching down the line here, hard count. No one jumps. It's Teddy B going nowhere. The Seahawks defensive line looking to make the goal line stand. 4th and goal. DeGuara gets stuffed. How do we not push this line back an inch? Now it fully comes down to this defense to make the big play. As they spread wide, go with a run down the middle. Walker picks up a couple yards. There is absolutely no excuse for not getting the touchdown there. Needed it, and we didn't get it, and it essentially killed all the momentum we had. Though as we start the 4th quarter, we could get back all that momentum and more. If we could find a safety here, it's going to be a weak eye motioning over to a strong eye. They do go over the pass. We force the throwaway, and again, should be intentional grounding there. But it just looks like this defense hell-bent on getting that big stop. As it's I formation, they bring the pulling guard. We knock, another knock, and the tackle. So not going to be the safety, at least yet. But we force a punt from inside their own end zone. Though they have plenty of time to get it away, defense at least gets the quick stop. Offense is just going to have to get back down there. As Weddington with a nice juke, he's speeding away, needs to beat the punter who has a good angle, and it's actually 22 with the tackle at the 24. Weddington with a heck of a return. Now it's been from these heavy sets, though, that our offense has moved the ball, so that's what we're going to stick with. As Teddy B dropping back, has a crossing route. It's going to be Parkinson turning up, outrunning Diggs down to the 2 before getting picked up and tossed out. But once again, we find ourselves down to the goal line where we struggle Hard count, no one jumps. We have a lane, and Evans ties this game up. Finally, we get into the end zone at the goal line. And we've got ourselves a new game here in the fourth quarter, though all momentum on our side, fighting through the adversity. No matter how this game ends, have to give credit to this team, especially bouncing back from such a poor showing last week. They get the ball out to Walker, who picks up 9. 2nd and 1. They all spread out wide. Got trips to the right-hand side, Disley to the left. Going to be that double A-gap blick. And we do get a little bit of luck on our side. Eskridge drops it. But on 3rd and 1, it's not over yet. Need to get off the field here, as it's the heavy set. They go with a stretch to the outside. Where he lined it up, but he bounces off the tackle. Durant will meet him, but after a first down, just shy of midfield. So close, yet so far. I want to say that was Jones, who just couldn't quite make the tackle. As they are also going to stick with some heavy looks. Going to the outside, breaks the first tackle, breaks Durant's tackle. Another guy misses. Walker headed towards the end zone, and Rice comes up short. Seahawks take the lead. And that's why you have to wrap up. We should have got off the field, but instead, we're going onto the field offensively. And it's not after anything good. Needing to put together another good drive here. As we're going to start with another play action roll. Trying to go deep. We have Claypool. Ball comes up short. That should have been it. Teddy B just 50% completion today. As we also have found out Williams is not returning to this game. How long the extent of that injury, once again, we'll find out after, as Evans picks up 5. Now we are down to 1 quarterback, 1 running back. We're down to 5 receivers. We do have some tight ends, though. That group is pretty healthy. As we go across the middle, we do find one of those. Quez Watkins, the receiver, not the tight end. Get back to the line a little bit quickly here. See if we can maybe pop off down the field. We'd have to rely on Claypool, so not too sure how well that would work out too well for us. Instead, Teddy B is going to step up, and he's going to jump forward. Apparently just a gain of 8. But this offense still carrying some of that momentum from before we gave up the touchdown, which is good to see. As again, we're going to have to step up. Teddy B trying to buy some time. We'll just pick up the first down. He gets picked up as well. Down to the 39. Would prefer our only quarterback left not be taking hits, but we need a win here just to try to help out after all these injuries as we set up the halfback screen. Have some blockers out in front. Evans with a first down. Nice little juke there. Helped spring him. Bought some time for another block. Now we're down to the 25 with some more work to do. As we'll swing this one out to Guara. Thought that was going to be more of a flat route, not just a quick stop. Ends up dropping it anyway, so 2nd and 10 as they bring down the safety. Fine by me, because we're going to try to set up a run for Evans, who's stuck behind a blocker, but will pick up 4. Now it's 4 down territory here as we're closing in towards that 2-minute warning. We're going to send that rookie Charles in motion. See if he could leak out. No, but instead to the opposite side, it's Claypool, and it's overthrown. Was so close. Just needed a better throw there from Teddy B. As we have a 4th and 6. This place is rocking. As we go the pass across the middle, it's Quez Watkins. First down, keeping this game going here. As we'll keep this drive going here with a quick hurry up. Want to get one more play off here before the 2-minute warning. They sit underneath all the coverage, though the ball comes out late and Evans not going to get to it. I'm fine with that. We'll actually end up stopping the clock. We have 6 seconds left for the 2-minute warning as we spread wide, but we're going to go Evans. Trying to buy some time, and he gets stuck on the block. Don't quite know why. Just a gain of 1 as we do hit the 2-minute warning for a 3rd and 9. But again, it's a 4-down territory here. So we're actually going to go with a run. Evans, who was extremely slow off the handoff. He had the gap needed, but he just picks up 1. I was hoping to at least pick up a handful there, make it 4th and short. Instead, 4th and 8, game on the line. Teddy B dropping back. Everyone covered, but we have a possibility with a good block, but DeGuara can't get there. Turnover on down. Seahawks defense comes through. But you at least got to give some credit to Teddy B there, standing in the pocket despite the hit that he knew was coming in. delivered a ball as Walker has some space. Not getting the first down, though, does pick up 9. And we cannot allow a first down. As they stretch to the outside, Walker gets stopped. And an injury on Anthony Bradford, or for Anthony Bradford, will stop the clock. Looks like one of their offensive linemen going to head off the field with a forearm, maybe wrist injury. But it'll all come down to this play. Need to get off the field, 3rd and 1. We send the blitz, but Walker has a perfect gap. We'll call a timeout. We have 1 left remaining, but a minute 15, not a whole lot of hope left. Though you still can't take away the game that this Rams put together for us after so many injuries pre and during the game. They came out hungry and ready to play. And that's just a massive improvement off of what we saw last week. As we're about at the 30-second mark, they go with a handoff. Walker has space, pushing forward with the first down. He would not be denied as he goes over 100 yards and ends this game. One heck of an effort from this Rams team to continue to fight through this game despite all the bad things that just continue to happen. Injuries, awful, but they didn't have quit, and that is all we could ask for. And unfortunately, even despite the close game, we come short of the Cinderella story, but still massive props to that team, continuing to push through, but it does come at a cost. We suffered at least 3 significant injuries in this game, and they're all the big name players for us. We obviously knew about Cam Akers 1 week. Kyron Williams showed real promise. Partially torn PCL, he's out 7 weeks. Hardy, I want to say, was a practice squad injury. Dislocated wrist, 1 week. Corey Davis, dislocated wrist, again practice, 1 week. Okoronkwo, who has led us in sacks, torn labrum, out 4 weeks. And the big one, to rookie quarterback Bo Harold, dislocated knee, is out for 5 weeks. Now, I have not simmed to the next week yet, so all these will drop. So we'll get back Corey Davis, we'll get back Hardy, and we'll get back Cam Akers. Kyron Williams, his season is about done. He'll maybe be able to get back for that last week, maybe not, and his time with us could also be done. He's about to turn 25, and he's not even a 70 overall running back yet. As for Okoronkwo, he's 29. He'll come back in 3 weeks, and hopefully he'll finish out a good season. Defensive linemen don't typically regress to around 32, so he has a chance. He's been solid for us. But now these rookies are going to step in, and now Bo Harold, speaking of rookies, he's going to miss out on a big chunk of time here. 4 weeks is big for a quarterback in terms of getting that XP and progressing. As a rookie, he was not a hidden dev. He's just a straight up normal. He needed to have essentially a Rookie of the Year campaign, which I don't think he was on track for, to possibly get some sort of dev trait boost, and this injury might negate any chance at that. So all of these are big injuries that affect the rest of this season and maybe even into the future. And speaking of future, next game is going to be against another struggling team here in the Minnesota Vikings. Only 3-5 despite having some really good guys. Their defense actually looks like it's pretty good. 5th in points per game, number 1 in passing yards. So we're going to have to rely, looks like, a lot on Cam Akers. But with those missing our quarterback in Bo Harold, Teddy B obviously struggled today in passing the ball where we prefer to pass it. We're going to stick with those heavier looks, see if that works out well for us. Tanyan has struggled a little bit. We might see some more of Parkinson and maybe even the rookie. Charles did well when given the opportunity. So the second half of this year might be given primarily to the young guys to get that development and try to give us somewhere to build towards the future. We'll also start to dive a little bit more into the draft classes, the draft class, the prospect, the groups, more as we move on forward. So expect a little bit more of that towards the end of these videos, as we'll be back on Monday for the Vikings. We play the same style, close games that at least this year we keep losing. So fingers crossed as we move forward. Make sure you don't miss out. Hit that bear icon on the bottom right or scroll down, hit the subscription button. Both do the same thing. And subscribing to this channel, it is free. Also, another free thing, hit that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live so you do not miss out. This series every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, with the States Only Challenge every Wednesday and Saturday, and you do not want to miss Saturday's video because that could be, potentially, the last in the Virginia's States Only Challenge, as it is Season 5. We will get through the entirety of the regular season of Season 5, and if they don't make the playoffs, that is it. That's the wrap. It will be the first failed state or States Only Challenge, which would also put it in place to be the first redo at the future point after we go through the rest of them. So, all things to come. Make sure you stick around, and until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.